Okay, so we're back in the UK. I have come back from 2 months being away in Dubai, which is awesome, and Istanbul, which is shit. So if you saw the Istanbul vlog, you probably understand why. So if you haven't, head back and check out that video. So we're now back. It's now basically like the summer in the UK. Gyms are open, coffee shops are open. They're not allowed to be in there because that makes sense, because COVID will come out and kill you if you sit in a coffee shop. So today we're going to take you through a training session. We're going to go and head over and train to back and biceps at Physique Warehouse, and we're going to take you through some of the food we're eating today and some of the general day in the life stuff. So next up we're going to take you through my pre-workout meal which we're going to have today, which we're going to show you how to make cream of rice. So first step, cream of rice. So this is a flavoured cream of rice made by JP1. So I'm going to go for 4 scoops, which is 80 grams of carbohydrates. And then we've conveniently pre-boiled the kettle. So this is where mistakes can happen. You add too much water, and then basically nuke it in the microwave. So you'll notice as you stir it, it will thicken. So this is where the biggest mistake people make, is they don't use boiling water when they add this in. So you want to add hot water in. Hypothetically, you don't even really need to put this in the microwave, but I probably would to thicken it out more. And if you want to bulk this out even more, you could add loads more water to this and then microwave it more to make it even bulkier. So I'll now put this in the microwave for about a minute, take it out and then stir it. Okay, so we're just taking it out of the microwave, so it's now thickened up slightly. So if you wanted a running consistency, obviously add more water. Reason why you would use cream of rice before training and why it's so good, as with all rice-based carbohydrates, they don't really cause any bloating in the stomach. So if you're looking for an easy way to get a lot of carbohydrates in before training, anything rice-based is going to work a lot better than something like oats, for example, because oats is higher in fibre, higher in fat, digests a lot slower, and also sit in your stomach. And you'll also find that oats obviously contains gluten, which can cause obviously intolerances and issues in itself. So cream of rice is a lot more optimal way in terms of, from a fat loss perspective, than and muscle building in terms of like optimizing digestion for training, than something like oats. So we've now got the main carbohydrate base here done. So we're going to use the goat, so the Muscle Nation Whey Isolate chocolate honey hazelnut. So this is probably the greatest flavour of whey protein alongside the chocolate honeycomb. Use code Charlie for a start applying of 10% off. Link is below the video. So what you could do is you could either mix your protein into this, or you could drink it separately. So I have been drinking this separately recently. However, I haven't got any ice, so I will mix it into this. Very simply, I'm going to go for 40 grams of protein, so it'll be 1.5 scoops. You will notice as well, there's real chocolate flakes in here. So that's now into a nice consistency. So if you want to add more carbohydrates to this, which I do, because today for myself is a higher carbohydrate day. I'm trying to eat 650 grams of carbohydrates, which is quite difficult to try and get in. So what I'm going to do to this, I'm going to add in a banana and also some Manuka honey. So also comment below if anyone's weird and opens a banana from the top. You should open the banana from the bottom. And then lastly, I'm going to add in Manuka honey. So I'm actually going to weigh now. So we will add 20 grams of Manuka honey in, which is from New Zealand and is atrociously expensive to be fair. So for anyone who's wondering, a teaspoon is 20 grams. So the reason we're using everything here in this meal before training is really good, the fact that it's very low in fat. So because today, for example, for me is a higher carbohydrate day, I have reduced the fats I would normally have in a meal like this. So sometimes I would add things like almond butter. So as an example of fats you could add to this if you wanted to. You've got things like almond butter, and then another one would be something like dark chocolate. So those are easy options of things you can add in if you wanted to add more fats to this meal to slow digestion down. However, I'm not looking to do that. I'm looking to try and get as many carbohydrates and calories in as I can without bloating myself out. So here we have a very high carbohydrate meal, reasonable amount of protein, very low in fat, so it will digest very, very quickly and get into my system quickly. So check that out. Very, very simple to make, very easy to use. And even if you don't have like a meal prep stuff, I was making this in a hotel in Dubai with a kettle myself. So for like 2 months, it's super easy. For the gym, one of the things we do is make intra-workout shake. So one of the things we do with this is to try and fuel a training session. So we're going to use a combination of creatine from Muscle Nation, So I use 5 grams that intra-workout. People always ask how much, when to use it. So 5 grams during training, or before or after. Use code Charlie, Tim Snuff. So use 5 grams of that, essential amino acids, 20 grams, which is like pre-digested proteins, and then I'll use 50 grams of carbohydrates, and then 20 grams of glutamine, which again is a form of amino acids which helps with gut health and immune system recovery. So I'll mix that in about 1 litre of fluid, 1.5 litres, and we'll start drinking that when we start training. Today, one of the things I'm going to go through as well, we're doing a lot of client check-ins, and something that's come up that's hugely relevant. So one of my clients, let me turn up my heater. Harry went to see his doctor, and his doctor said he's got elevated kidney levels. So they said it's because you're taking in too much protein. He's not. He's taking in 200 grams of protein per day, which he weighs 105 kilos. It's not excessive. The reality of what's actually causing the issues is the fact his blood pressure has been elevated for a long period of time, which the doctors didn't even look at or clock. So as an example, why it's important to think for yourself and sometimes don't believe everything that GPs tell you. GPs are amazing and they do their best. However, the giveaways, they are a general practitioner, and their knowledge of maybe nutrition and supplementation is pretty limited. So hence why I have a lot of doctors who are clients, who are amazing clients. However, they nutrition isn't necessarily their forte. So sometimes you need to take a pinch of salt what doctors say. Don't even get me started on the vaccine. There's a whole other subject. But there we go. Another ritual I like to do before training is writing out my workouts. So this is my very patriotic training book, which I actually bought in January. So what I will literally do is I will now write through exactly the exercises I'm going to do, the gym I'm going to train at, horrendous handwriting by the way, my body weight, and then I'll log literally what I lifted last time, how many sets and reps, and then I know when I'm going into the gym today exactly what weight to use, how hard I can push myself. The only caveat to that is that when I came back from Turkey and ended up not training for 10 days, my strength has tanked quite a lot, so which will bounce back, but it's just being aware of that sometimes and just not trying to be a meathead and do more than you should be doing. So I'll write out this session for today, which we'll take you through, and we will head over to Physique Warehouse. Costa del Surrey. Quite as warm as Dubai.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right?
Physique Warehouse. They've kitted out with even more kit and changed around the layout, so excited to see what we have in store. First training session in a while back here, so let's head in.
I hear him chat to the noise, move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys, man's so tough, but man's keep walking. Just too sharp with the prize, white girls let it tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan, if you wanna touch me, please use caution. Cold like 0 degrees, I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for war, man, forget my peace. You take the west, I'll take on the east. I'ma put him in the cage, never let out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise, move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys, man's so tough, but man's keep walking, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan, if you wanna touch me, please use caution.
Okay, so first 2 exercises we're doing what's called a zigzag set. This is like a super set but with a gap in it. So first exercise we're doing is like a dumbbell retraction, and then we're doing a dual dumbbell row. So a lot of unilateral movements in here and a lot of stabilizers, which is really good for balancing out your physique. You'll also see at the beginning of this, I did a straight leg raise. So the reason for that is to activate my core. So when I'm in that bent over position, I can stabilize my rib cage to my hips and keep everything locked. You're doing a single arm hammer row and you're coming back from the machine like this to target the lower lat. Something that makes a big difference is creating more stability. So if you have your foot forward on the side you're rowing and push it into the machine, as Lewis behind the camera is going to show you in a second, it makes a big difference to create more stability and get a better contraction. Okay, so to finish up training session today, we're going to do bicep exercises, a delt exercise. So arms and delts respond really well to high frequency training, so training them a lot with smaller volume. So I'm going to do 2 sets of hammer curls, 2 sets of side delt raises as superset, and we do single arm hammers as well. So let's get into it. Okay, so that's a wrap. We are done. So this current condition of 10-11 days of barely any training because we got stuck in Istanbul. So prime example of this is what's more important, training or nutrition. Nutrition will always trump training because you can have the best training in the world. If your diet's not correct, then your body's not going to perform how you want it to. And again, if you're giving your body the right nutrients, it shouldn't really gain body fat because like in a situation where you're not training, it's all about energy balances, what we teach all our clients at CJ Coaching. So this current shape, we're going to try and maintain this juicy tan from Dubai, not from Turkey. So to finish off this session, we did the superset at the end of lateral raises and hammer curls, and towards the end of it, the other back exercises we threw in were a rack chin, which is awesome for lat development, and also a rear delt row. Again, amazing to get this thickness through your upper back. So I'm easing myself back into training a little bit. I pulled my lat at the start of the session, so like when you have time off training, you have to ease yourself back in, which is really what we're focusing on doing today. So Lewis behind the camera probably thinks I'm being a bit of a pussy today. If you think I'm being a pussy, you can say below, it's fine, I can accept it, I'm a big boy. So I hope you guys found this video insightful, helpful. I'm now back with main man Lewis as well, so we're going to get tons of content coming out to you guys over the next few months. Let us know what you want to learn more about, how I can help you more. Drop a comment below. If you found this video helpful, smash the like button, make sure you subscribe, and if you need any help with your own fitness journey, hit the link below this video and you can book in your own free 6-pack strategy call with myself and the CJ Coaching team to help you level up for the summer of 2021.
Awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pine. If you want to touch me, please use caution.